He came to me and say, "Hey Rose, there is an opportunity. There is a bakery that just closed. They are selling everything. Are you interested?" I'm like, "Angie, to open what? A bakery? I only know how to do about 10 recipes. You're putting me like on a tough situation. I don't think I'm ready. I need to learn more. I never went to college for this, so I'm a self-taught, and my I wasn't confident enough. So I told her, if something goes wrong, it's gonna be your fault."
You know what? That's gonna be the name. My sister's fault.
What's up, Sussex? Welcome to another episode of I Am Sussex. And my guests today, our guests today, are the sweet sisters, Angie and Rose from My Sister's Four. Ladies, how are you both doing today?
We are doing very good. Thank you for having us. How are you, Jose?
I am doing phenomenal on this incredible day. So let's get this party started. First question, who are you?
I am the sweet sister Rose.
Exactly.
And then we have the savory sister Angie right here.
Yeah. Owners of My Sister's Four Bakery in Milford, and who are we?
Who are you? Who are you?
We're just two sisters that moved to Delaware 14 years ago, and we moved here to work at a chicken plant and move our way up within the company, learn a lot, and later on in life open up a business.
That's what's up. Second question is, why Sussex County? Why you chose to come to Sussex County?
When we first moving here to work, we start living in Milford, and that's where we pretty much develop everything, and that's where the opportunity presented as well.
Yeah. Milford is like our first home in Delaware, so Milford was definitely the way to go. We love the town, the river walk, the other business owner, the ambience that you feel in Milford, the unity that you feel in the community. So definitely Milford had to be.
Correct.
And you know that leads me to that next question. What's going on in Milford? What's so special about Milford? Because you feel it. When you get to that downtown, what's going on?
It's growing now, but 5 years from now, it was still like a little town with not much going on around. But like the peace that you can feel in there, I can't compare to anywhere else. You don't have to deal with a lot of traffic or many things were in big cities. But Milford, yes, it's the peace and quiet that was there, that we are like, I think this is the right place to open a business.
Yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed is also the togetherness of business owners.
Yes.
Not too shabby. All you guys are doing, in the relationships and helping each other and supporting each other. It's just amazing to see. I see it all over social media. When you get to town, you see each business supporting each business. You know where to get the good treats from, where to go sit down and have a food. Everybody knows everybody's business when it comes to business.
We always call
it's a
it
small
community over competition.
Wow,
We make our
I like
community
that.
being better.
That's
We will bring
right,
more
that's
people
right.
wanting to come over and check it out.
Yeah, hopefully we'll become like a destination in the state,
That's awesome.
statewide. Milford should be a destination.
And I was thinking, tell us about your journey to becoming My Sister's Four.
So while I was working at Purdue, I was diagnosed with a tumor in my leg, and I was out of work for about 2 months. And during that downtime, I kept telling my sister we should do the research. We should, open up a business. What it takes. So the more research we do, the more I was like, oh, I don't think we're gonna be able to do this.
We're unqualified. We don't have that budget.
Underqualified, yeah. Or we thought it would take a lot of money, a lot of knowledge to do so. And one day I'm sitting down with my therapist, Tracy, and I'm telling her our ideas. Hey, Tracy, we would love to have a bakery and serve, our menu, and share with her just what we have, the ideas. And she's like, you have to bring that to Milford. That gotta happen. She said, I know somebody that just closed his bakery, Mike 𝒏𝒈𝒊𝒆, and he has the space. You should have a chat with him. And after talking to Mike, My Sister's Fault became a reality, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And where did the name come from?
When Angie came to me and say, "Hey Rose, there is an opportunity. There is a bakery that just closed. They are selling everything. Are you interested?" I'm like, Angie, to open what? A bakery? I only know how to do about 10 recipes. You're putting me like on a tough situation. I don't think I'm ready. I need to learn more. I never went to college for this, so I'm a self-taught, and my I wasn't confident enough. So I told her, if something goes wrong, it's gonna be your fault. And she say, no, if something goes wrong, it's gonna be your fault. I say no, because I mean I know what I know.
You know what? That's gonna be the name. My Sister's Fault, and that's how it came. That's exactly how it came.
Where do you both get your everyday inspiration?
From pretty much everything. I have done flavors inspired after food that I have eat all over the place, or the decorations, the colors. I could take inspiration from the sky to the earth. Like
Yeah.
everything is inspiring.
One time I sent her a picture. She was working at the bakery and she was working on some eclairs.
I was making
And I took a picture of the sky outside. She didn't see the sky because she was working. And then
She's
the
like,
next
I
day-
challenge you. What can you do? What
I,
can
I
you do?
challenged you to do something with today's sky. And then the next day she made an eclair that looked just like the Milford sky the day before. Those guys were blue and pink, like never seen before. And we compared the eclair to the picture of the sky that I took, and it was identical. So our inspiration come from interactions, from something simple like the sky, or or friends, or going out to eat, experiences.
Yes, that's a requirement. I have to have experiences to keep growing, keep learning.
And that's life. You know, it's
Yeah.
a reflection of life. I also wanted to, I see on social media, I mean, you guys are like all over the place, right? What is this thing with, do you feel more Puerto Rican or Dominican? When it comes to the food, when it comes to life, talk to me about that.
Well, if it comes to food, Angie is Asian. She like everything. Japanese, Korean.
Korean, Japanese,
Chinese.
Chinese, when it comes to food, because I mean that's not the question that you asked, but just mine as well. Talk about it, right?
Uh-huh.
So growing up, we work at Chinese restaurant.
Yes.
I was
In Puerto Rico,
In
by
Puerto
the way.
Rico.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 until I moved here. So all these years, my passion for Asian food just
Grow.
exploded. It
Uh-huh.
grew, and I feel like in another life I was Asian. But yes, our mom is Dominican, our dad is Puerto Rican, but we were raised in Puerto Rico in a Dominican community.
Uh-huh.
So when
When it comes to food, we will have Dominican food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
exactly.
Pretty much all of
So
our life.
when we moved to Delaware, we knew what arroz con gandules is,
Uh-huh.
and we knew what traditional Puerto Rican festivities serve. Of course, we lived there, but that's not why our mom cooked during Christmas, And my mom didn't serve us pasteles or arroz con gandules. She would serve like carne frita with arroz con cebolla
Mangú.
or locrito,
Mangú.
mangú,
My God,
salami,
yeah.
queso frito,
Uh-huh.
tres golpes. And so when we moved to Delaware and started hanging out with a few Puerto Ricans, they were like, but you don't eat arroz con gandules?
But you don't make pasteles?
But
And
you don't
you've lived all your life in Puerto Rico,
Exactly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So when we opened up the bakery, that's one thing that we did not want it to be qualified as a Puerto Rican restaurant
That's
or
right.
a Dominican restaurant. We always are gonna be proud of our Latinidad.
That's right.
You have to
Yes.
embrace your Latinidad.
That's right.
But what we're gonna cook at the bakery is whatever we want to cook.
That's
And
right.
because I love Asian food, I will give you a Japanese barbecue chicken with fried rice. And it has caused a little bit of a controversy because we are so proud of our Latinidad, and we continuously say we are Puerto Ricans, we are half Puerto Rican, half Dominican, but we don't want to be labeled as a Puerto Rican destination for
That's
food.
right.
I don't sell mofongo. I don't want
That's right.
somebody to drive 2 hours expecting a
Classic Puerto Rican dinner.
dinner when you are not gonna get it. You're gonna get whatever we're cooking that day,
That's
and it's normally the food of the day.
And I believe that that's what the community love about you both. La autenticidad que
Yeah,
tienen.
yeah.
You know?
Yes, most of the business is based on locals, which they come 3 times a week. And of course, we need to offer something different daily. That way, they don't get bored of our menu, and they are like, "Oh, what is today's rice?" And today we
What
have
is
this. Tomorrow we're gonna have another one. So we just give them a reason to come back.
Now, because arroz con gandules, which I learned how to cook here in Delaware, is our most popular before we close for renovations, we cook it for 2 weeks straight. Every single day,
Every
selling out.
day, arroz con gandules.
Every day I get tired. I eat there. I cook there and I eat every day because we spend how many hours at the bakery, right? So at some point I was tired of cooking the same rice, but that's the most popular rice, definitely. Arroz con gandules.
Every day.
We did it for 2
For
weeks
2
straight.
weeks.
Normally we have the rice of the day. So we will do a different rice every day, whatever I feel like it. Sometimes I don't even plan, whatever. If I have a lot of bacon, then today's rice with bacon. And, it's just, sometimes I plan and sometimes I just cook whatever,
And that's why it's called my sister fault.
And as I was talking to people that you guys were going to come on, we were going to have a conversation. One of the things that came on, everybody sees you always together. And they want to, and this main question came from talking to you guys and others. So I'm gonna throw out a few words, and I want you to each tell me the first thing that comes to mind when I say that word. Ready? First word, familia.
Together.
challenge.
Second word, vacation.
Together.
Necessity.
And then last one, favorite dessert.
Ooh, creme brulee.
Tiramisu. But it gives me heart palpitations, so I
Yeah,
can no
she
longer
can
have
have
it.
she can have caffeine.
I cannot have any more caffeine. But I love tiramisu, so if you can make me caffeine-free
Decaf
tiramisu,
tiramisu.
decaf tiramisu, that would be great.
I'm up for the
My
challenge.
birthday is coming up, so you better.
Wow. You
Uh-oh.
put
No
me on the
pressure,
spot.
So I love the fact that you say our togetherness.
Uh-huh.
So many people don't know how we became so close. Because normally sisters,
Uh-huh.
it can go either way.
That's
they
right,
can
it
love
can.
or hate each other forever.
Yeah,
And we have seen it.
sometimes.
So we, growing up, my sister and I, when she came to middle school, I told her, you don't know me. I mean, don't talk to me in school.
Yes, don't embarrass me. Please don't tell anybody you're my sister. And that was just in middle school. Because I was in the honor roll and she was in the, in the popular kids.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
don't tell nobody you're my sister. I'm like, but why? She said, no, don't embarrass me. If something happened, okay, I got your back.
I will
But
defend you.
For the meantime, just stay away from me. And
So
I'm like,
after we started middle school, I noticed that she was being bullied by others. So I say, you know what, my sister, nobody's gonna mess with my sister.
only me, only I can
I'm
mess
the only
with my
one who can mess
sister.
with my sister. So I decided to skip ninth grade so I can be on the same grade with her the following year. And it just, our relationship grew out of protection. I wanted to protect my sister and I wanted to be there for her. And the following years, we went to school in the same classrooms for the next years. We worked in the same jobs. We went to college together until we decided to move to Delaware.
And of course,
unfortunately,
living together and sharing the same
Delaware.
bedroom.
for many, many years. So we just became super close to each other. We promised that we will never live without each other, but when we got married,
Things change.
things
Just
have
few
to
years
change.
ago, things
But you
changed.
still worked it out.
Yeah, we
Yes.
worked it out.
Now my sister is my neighbor.
Your neighbor.
Yeah, when we were in the middle of buying the building, and you know this because you're the one who helped us with that transaction. When we were in the middle, the opportunity presented for me to buy the house next to Rose's house.
Uh-huh.
And I say, how many chances I'm
That's
going
right.
to have
What
That's
are
right.
the odds?
to buy the house that is next to my sister's house?
That's right.
So I called you and I called the
Uh-huh.
bank and I say, listen, if I have to choose between living
That's
next to my
right.
sister or
That's
buying a building that will give me an asset and
Familia
will give
primero.
me, this building is a good investment, right?
That's right.
But if I'm between those two, I'm gonna choose
That's
live
right.
next to my sister.
That's right.
And but everything happened, everything ended up working out. We
That's
closed
right.
on the house on August, and we
That's right.
closed on the building on September.
That's right.
So
That's right. Ain't
It
that
was meant to
amazing?
be.
we're meant to be forever together.
That's right. It was meant to be.
Even on vacation,
That's
because this
right.
vacation I was supposed
Oh.
to be in Florida.
Yeah.
No
Oh
way.
yeah.
Yes. And she was supposed to be in Virginia with her husband for his birthday.
Oh, I saw that. That was beautiful,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
Yes.
So-
I was in the airport for over 11 hours trying to make it to Florida, and then next thing you know, we had to cancel everything. The flight was canceled, and we are like, we just spent almost a whole day in here, so let's just do something else. And I just like head here to Virginia, and we head there. And
They found a house like next to us almost,
No
and they
way.
rented, and we end up having a bigger family vacation all together. I mean,
Yes.
it wasn't planned, but it worked out great. I mean,
Worked out better than
you know, sometimes
Okay.
you want, when you think about vacation, you think about going out to eat and exploring. This time, my husband and I were like, we just want peace. We just want to stay,
rest.
rest, cook at home every day. And it's the first time we actually don't ever go out to eat on a vacation or do anything outside of the house that we're staying.
Yes.
And it was phenomenal.
Yeah,
It was
you had a
worth it.
blast.
And then we have a great neighbor, so she will cook one night, I
One
will cook
night,
one
and then-
night, and we will have different topics. So she did the Mexican, I did the Korean, of course. And we had a great time.
If you can go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would that be?
Me, you don't know everything. Because I grew up, you know, I was, and I still a little, you know, on that prepotente. ¿Cómo se llama?
Prepotente.
In I don't know how to say it in English, but
Right.
somebody that thinks I know it all.
Uh-huh.
So and now I try to learn something from every single interaction, and I keep telling this to my sister. Even from the smallest interaction, if you have the mentality set that you want to learn something out of it, you will learn something out of it. But growing up, I always thought myself, oh, I already knew that. Oh, you don't have to tell me that. I often tell that to my mom, my stepfather, and everybody that was trying to teach me a good life lesson. So I would definitely.
Wow.
That's me.
That's you. Me, or my younger self. I'd be like, learning is very important. Finish the education. Sometimes I battle with being self-taught. I battle thinking, how much greater could I be if I went to college for this and learned? Maybe I could be faster. Maybe I could be. Maybe I could come up with better ideas.
Techniques.
Techniques.
'Cause
It's a
sometimes-
struggle to learn by yourself in the
Yes.
middle of trying to run a business. So
Yeah.
that for me, I mean, the goal was to finish college in Puerto Rico, and then when we moved here, the goal was to finish college here. But then we work on a full-time job that requires a lot, so we put that on the side. But I'm glad it is working out. But I'm pretty sure that if I give myself the opportunity to finish college and educate myself a little bit more, I'm pretty sure it will be helpful.
But now that you say that, I want you to talk to us a little bit about your experience. ¿Para dónde tú fuiste? You went to training, so Paris. Talk to me
Yes.
about that.
Yes, I went to Paris for a week, so it was intense training for in different schools, 2 days each school, and I learned how to do French baguette, macarons, creme brulee, croissants, so all those different pastries. But like I said, it was just for a week,
Yeah.
an intense training.
Yeah.
By the time I came back here to our kitchen and I faced all the challenges, all the questions, the classes were in English with a French accent, and I barely know how to speak English. So it was a whole challenge. But the experience was great, and
bet
I
it
was
was.
able to taste like the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do my desserts, that's what I'm looking for. Like the flavor, it needs to be close to what I learned, what it's supposed to taste like.
Sorry for interrupting, but when we first opened up my sister's food, that was one of her biggest concerns. She's like, I only know to make about 10 recipes. How do you expect me to serve a community? I don't know how to make other desserts. So part of our deal was, I get to travel once a year so I can take an
There you go.
intensive classes somewhere around the world. So she's been to Paris and many other places because my sister's has been open for 5 years. So she's been to 5 different countries,
That's right.
take 5 different classes, and she's gonna continue to do so because it's part of our deal that she get to have continuous education while we are operating.
But because of your journey, it has inspired my wife and I to take some trips by watching you. Does that make sense?
Good.
So, and I know I'm not the only one. So
Good.
kudos to you, right? Because we are living through you and watching
Good.
what you're
I'm glad to
doing.
hear that because
Thank you.
um,
Because this year I'm not taking any trips.
I told you to find something. Well, this year we say, okay, maybe, we are in the middle of renovating
Uh-huh.
the building that we just bought. And it has been a lot of expenses. So I told my sister, maybe we can hold off a little bit this year and then continue next year.
Understood.
Her continuous education have helped us grow, our dessert menu, our creativity, but we're gonna continue with that.
And that's where I was going when you was talking about the education and finishing college, is that you are consistently doing continuing education. And look
Yeah,
at what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing, you know?
And like she always say, Purdue was a
Was a-
free college for us.
That's right. For me too.
Yes.
That's
That's
where we
right.
learn about finances.
That's
We
right.
learn about customer service,
right.
continuous improvement, quality control,
That's right.
customer service,
Safety.
safety.
Procedures.
You know, how many
That's right.
small businesses have a safety procedure
That's
or
right.
SOP or, for certain things to avoid accidents?
That's right.
So all of these, uh,
It was
tools.
definitely a free college.
That's right.
We-
running a business is not only putting a product out there that people like, making a profit. It goes beyond, way beyond that, and
Yeah.
it's very complex. And us with no experience, I will say, what else? Where do we learn it from?
That's right. Your day to day. And now that you say that, it makes me think about something that I've forgotten for a long time. One of the most proud moments in my life is at Purdue. The awards, the recognitions
Yep,
that
recognition.
they consistently give you when you do something right. That till this day I still got them in my little treasure box. The handwritten notes from your supervisor giving you the kudos. So another question that I have for you both: what was that defining moment or experience in your journey that you said we are on the right track?
Wow. I will say when God opens door that nobody else could open, that's a sign. That's like, oh no, like how can even this opportunity show up? We don't even knock at this door, but
Yeah.
the door open up for us. Like, yes, we're on the right track. And every time we're doing things to honor Him, there is always like, I mean, we don't do this to become rich, millionaire, or anything like that. We do it because it's our passion, it's our calling, and it's just unstoppable. Like
That's
the doors
what's up.
just keep opening and opening, and the challenges are always there. But
Yeah.
knowing that we trust the one that is opening the doors is always something that keep us on our feet.
Drop the mic.
Drop mic. Drop mic. What legacy or impact you hope to leave behind from your work?
I enjoy knowing that we inspire young kids, young girls to know that they can make a future out of experiences that they have had. Like Angie mentioned, working at the industry of the chicken industry was our free college. Knowing that we can inspire somebody because of our background is something that is a statement.
Yeah, definitely. We come, we come from a single mom of 3. We live off food stamps our whole life. We live off Section 8 apartments our whole life. Caserío. At some point we lived in a
Uh-huh.
caserío in Puerto Rico,
We were homeless for over a year, and
and we live at somebody's garage. But it's the first time we ever say this in an interview.
Okay.
So we are the most common people that you could ever imagine. So if we can if we can inspire others like us, that you can do whatever you want. Like she say, we're not rich. We're not doing it for the money. We're doing it because we love it. If everybody has su- uh, success is different for everybody. I'm sure success has a different meaning to you than it has to me and my sister.
That's right.
For us, is for me, success is the fact that I live next to her. I was able to afford the house that I live next to her. That I have a group of employees that can pay for for their kids' sport gear. For me, success is that I can be a business owner in a town where we can support each other. For me, that's success. For my sister has a different meaning, and everybody else. So finding your own success is what the legacy that I want to leave to others. What is success means to you? It's not for me. It's not having money. We have never, in 5 years in business, never have one argument over money, but we have had arguments over a color of a cake. And she knows, and our employees knows this and see this. And we have arguments about how long we're gonna stay working. For example, for me, it's not a problem to stay working 18 hours. And for her, it wasn't a problem until she got married and she has a family. For her, being home after how many hours is your top?
Normally 10 to 11 hours a day.
She will not touch the 12 because she's out. So you
Yes.
see, for
and
me,
when I am home, I don't want to take work with me. I want to be able to. That's successful for me. Clock out. Even though I'm a business
Clock
owner
out,
and you don't know how to clock out. She goes home and she keep working. But for me, I have to have that balance. I have my family. I've been blessed with a husband and a daughter. And I'm like, no, I need to enjoy this journey. It's never going to come back. So I need to enjoy the time that I am at the bakery. I'm 100% committed. I will give my 100%. But when I am in my house, I will give my 100% in my house. And that's something that I would love my sister to do one day, but somebody had to take care of business.
but like I say, everybody has a definition of success, and that's hers. So I have to learn how to respect that. You know, that is her definition of success. But we have had more arguments over this than about money. Do you understand what I'm
Yes.
trying? You see where I'm going?
Yep. And you know, as I'm listening to you both, man, I'm doing my best to remember that this is an interview, right? Because I'm getting lost
Go ahead.
in your conversation, right? Because this is why the community supports and love you, right? Because of your uniqueness and who you are and your transparency, you know. And I know I'm not speaking for myself. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey, right? So, you know, so another definition of success, right? Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who are thriving and working on being uniquely who they are, and that's you. So I just feel honored, humbled to be able to see that and the joy that it brings me, you know, because as you was talking, all I want to do is just freaking hug both of you guys because it's impressive. So with that said, one last question. Why do you smile?
I want to say a joke, but no.
No, they look. Hey.
Not because of women.
They look.
Listen, I smile because there's no other way. I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm not always smiling. I'm not always smiling, you know, behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
she normally
That's
have
right.
a resting face.
That's right.
Ah! So, you know, it's a lot that goes behind. You know, people usually see the success
That's right.
and the smiles. Which camera do I see? I don't always smile. We're not always this bubbly, you know. We each other, we bust our bubble every day running a business with so many responsibilities. We are our worst critics. We make each other cry.
I haven't make you cry. Yes.
So it's not, we smile because what else are you going to do? I mean, you have to smile. You got to move on. You got to pass. You have to go those everyday challenges. We're alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Life
I
is
could
good
be
and we
dead
still
right
have
now.
I love it.
opportunities. While we still alive, we still have opportunities to
Exactly.
overcome
Right.
everything,
That's
everything that
right.
is faced.
You have a life. You have 2 feet. You have 2 hands. You can breathe. You can walk. Go and get what's yours, like you say.
That's right. That's what's up. You do?
Yes, I agree with Angie. We still have reasons to smile as long as we wake up every morning. We have a reason to smile, and even the little things. The smell of coffee in the morning doesn't make you smile. That makes me smile. Every
Yep.
little thing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know this has been a long time in the making because you are both extremely busy. Thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you.
Pleasure.
I was thinking on the way here. I always tell my sister. I don't know which part you want to add this in the video, but
No
this is
importa.
interesting.
Se va.
On the way here, I was thinking. I was. You know how sometimes when when you're talking about a topic and then your iPhone starts showing you ads.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking on the way here. I think our brain works the same way, because sometimes when I start thinking positive start coming
That's right.
by its own.
That's right.
But when I am in a negative road, which also happens because
That's
I am a
right.
human,
Like for
Uh-huh.
example, she bought a fixed flat
I
tire,
fix and flat.
fix and flat tire,
The
and I'm like, when
uh-huh.
is the last
No, no,
time
no,
that
no.
your tire
no,
explode?
no, 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 no. I just didn't just bought it. I went to the store just to get wipers. I walk out of the store, and I say, you know what? I should go back in and get me a fix and flat since I'm already here.
Uh-huh.
Like, when is the last time that I ever heard that word of fix and flat? I don't
So
know.
I say, I already paid. The wipers are already on, so I'm ready to go. And I say, you know what? And I pull up, and I went back to the store, and I got a bottle. And then
Few days later,
yesterday on my way back from home from New Jersey, I had a flat tire. So I happened to buy that can like 3 days ago.
so she called it.
Viste?
She
El
called that flat
pensamiento,
tire.
That's right.
No.
No, it
But that's
wasn't
not that was not the example I was trying to give.
Yeah, okay.
No, but for real, when I noticed when I set my mind into positive thinking, like this gonna go great, and you know, sometimes even something simple like, oh, that's weird. I haven't sold a lot of barbecue poopers lately, and then out of nowhere,
You sell them.
people start buying it, and I haven't even promoted or do anything about it. It's just your thinking.
I'm a firm believer in what you think comes out in reality, man. You know, that's just the only way. And it goes both ways. So you said it.
So
It can also go negative. So that's what I'm saying. I've experienced both. Because both are hard. Being positive and thinking positive is hard,
oh yeah.
right? And negative too. So because I've had a taste of both, I'd rather put all my eggs over here.
Well, Rose is more like that. Me, I struggle every single day. I struggle to keep that positive mindset.
But that's why y'all both are together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she
She
kept my
compliments.
feet on the ground.
That's
And she compliments
That's
me.
right.
She kisses me on the air, like
The
flying with
rainbows and-
unicorns and rainbows.
Thank you so much for being you. Until the next one.
Thank you.
Saludos.
Thank you for having us.
Gracias. Thanks for watching Your Sweet Sussex. And for more episodes, go to IamSussex.com.